My game crashed. Let's see how long in real time it takes to boot up Legends and get into the match on my Xbox Series X. Shall we? Now, I will say this. Something very, very strange happens to me after the game crashed. And maybe it's something to do with why it crashed. I don't know. But as you can see, already loaded in. And it took us under 30 seconds total. So not too shabby. But anyway, hello everybody and welcome back to World of Warships Legends. My name is Spartan Elite 43, and tonight, you guys wanted it? I'm giving it to you. Gross occur first. Now, the first thing you probably notice is there's a tutorial on the screen. Why? Where did this come from? I don't want this. I have over 4,000 games played, game. Why would I want a tutorial now? You can see I'm going to go in here, I'm going to try to like, where's the tutorial? Help! Help! But no, I don't know why it did this, I'll be real. I'm assuming it has something to do with the reason that the game crashed, so I apologize for the tutorial on the screen, but I guess it may help the guys that have never played the game before. So, welcome to the channel if you're new, and also, if you're feeling kind of frisky, why don't you hit that subscribe button for me? And if you're super nice, you might even like the video. But we've got a Cleveland out here. We've got my first mistake already underway, and you guys probably recognized it, but I don't. I'm seeing broadside targets and potential fire starters, so I'm going for them, right? Well, there's a Tirpitz closing down on me. And that is no bueno. Not good. So, we are going to turn out initially. I know this is going to cause us to run aground, but that is intentional because I want to get these secondaries starting fires already. He is going to shoot us a little bit here. Not really that worried about him this close. Not going to do a whole lot of damage to me in a Tirpitz. However, getting these guns to bear, getting my secondary booster going, we're going to be setting fires. We already got our first fire on him. You can see I'm going to try to go for those torpedo tubes, and unfortunately just not able to knock out his torpedo tubes. Now, I'm going to use the recoil from the island to help get me into reverse quicker, and we are already reversing. We're going to be turning out, and he is going to force himself in a full broadside here. Now, I wish I hadn't switched to HE to try to knock out his torpedo tubes, but, you know, it is what it is. Incoming torpedoes. Are we going to take all four? We're definitely taking torpedoes. If he misses a 1,000-foot-long ship at 3 kilometers with torpedoes, he needs to just stop. But no, we're going to get this thing turned around. We're going to take 1, 2, 3. We good. But then we take and fire the HE, and we do destroy his torpedo tubes this time. No chance of him torping me again from this side of his ship. And as you can see, we've got 3 fires on him at this point. 3 fires. 2 in the superstructure, 1 at the rear, and he is absolutely having a real bad day. Alaska sails past him. Probably glad that I took all of the damage in that encounter, which again, I don't have a problem with. I have 100,000 hit points in this thing. I'm used to playing with, you know, 3/4 of that. So I'm used to it. It's not that big a deal, plus I got 3 heals. It's really not that bad. Iowa to my right, Alaska to my front. The 3 of us are going to carry this match. Just straight up. I'm not gonna put you guys on. I'm not gonna do. We are going to carry hard in this match. Now, Iowa finishes off the Tirpitz, which is awesome. I'm on fire twice, which is not what you want to see. However, we get that 3rd fire, and you can see that I am actually running the perk that gets rid of gets rid of fires if you're on fire 3 times. The Gross Occur First is one of those ships that you almost certainly need that perk if you can take it. So we go ahead and use that. It takes 3 fires, gets rid of them. That was my death right there. It just saved me. Between me and the Iowa, we managed to punch that Cleveland right in the mouth, and he's no longer a threat. And now we go ahead and use our damage con, get rid of the 1 fire, and start turning in towards the enemy. Now, we have mopped up our side of the map. Absolutely beautiful. Can't argue with it whatsoever. This team, or this 3 ships on this side absolutely wrecked this enemy team. You got a reckless Tirpitz, broadside Iowa backing out in front of everybody. Wait for it. Pow! Dropping the bomb from way downtown, showing that this Gross Occur First does actually have some accuracy. Not a lot, but some. Better than most of the German battleships, that's for darn sure. But that Iowa got absolutely slaughtered. That's what he gets for backing out in front of everybody on this side of the map. Situational awareness not there for that guy. But you can see we're trying to squeeze shots over the island. Don't really think that these are going to make it, and in fact they do not. They hit the island or they just miss the ship in general. But yeah, we're about to take our 3 ships that were here and head towards the center, because this is a domination, folks. And what do we say about dominations? What's the most important rule of a domination? Capture the bases, right? So that's what we're going to do. Even though we're in a battleship, even though we've already taken heavy damage, we're going to put ourselves in the best position to win, and thus put our team in the best position to win. And right now, that means getting into that base. Now you can see torpedoes coming straight at us, so we got to be careful. The enemy torpedo boat is a Shimakaze, so not what we're looking at. You got to love the fact these secondaries can hit that Alaska over the top of the island. That is fantastic. But Bismarck's going to come out broadside on. We have plenty of room to squeeze in between these torpedoes, and we're going to make sure that this Bismarck pays for coming out broadside. And we smash him for 13,000 damage. Only 3 penetrations, 13,000 damage. And we're up to 116,000 damage. Secondaries firing away, trying to set some fires on the man. You can see our cruiser's about to roll up in there and get him some. We get a fire on the Bismarck, and we're trying to swing the rear guns around. Are we going to be able to take it? Looks like he's gonna get torped, and he does get torped by the Prinz Eugen. So Prinz Eugen goes in, cleans out the Bismarck. That's gonna allow us to capture this base. Now, keep very, very well aware of where this, you see where I just looked, right? I have a pretty good feeling of where this Shimakaze is, and I'm not a fan. So we've got a broadside Richelieu out here. He's starting to speed up. Are we going to be able to get the shot over the island, though? These shells don't have a lot of firing arc to them, which is nice because it makes it easier to hit things, especially at longer ranges. But there are times where you want to be able to lob it over islands. Now, we did get 3 good penetrations, 2 overpins on him, so that was a pretty solid salvo. And you can see I'm already starting to feel some type of way. We're running sonar. We're trying to, like, figure out where this guy is. Our sonar is about to run out in about 20 seconds. And that's about when I get the torpedo warning off to the right side of my ship. So 10 seconds left on our sonar. Are we going to get the torp warning? Yes, we are. There they are. And are we going to be able to avoid? Absolutely. Now, keep in mind, these torps are detected from this far out. We are still going to lose our cruiser to that. Now, obviously, I didn't get into the base and capture because I didn't want to take torpedoes, but also because I was trying to, like, get this guy spotted with my sonar. Didn't happen. So, now that we know where he's at, for sure, it's time to get our booty out of here. We're a 1,000-foot-long ship. We do not need to be here. It's time to get our butts in gear and get out of here. Now, as you can see, we lost our cruiser, unfortunately, but we still have a radar cruiser. I'm not going to lie. I get a little bit salty with this radar cruiser. I'm like, dude, I have a Shima behind me. You are a radar cruiser. Can you please turn around and engage this Shima? Me and Iowa can go over here and deal with these battleships. It's not an issue. My secondaries start kicking off on the Richelieu as we are starting to close the distance. Balti's spotted, but nothing I can really do about it. I'm trying to get on the other side of this island as quick as possible because I have a feeling, and sure enough, I got a feeling I'm about to take a torp right up the prop shaft, and there ain't a thing I can do about it. Unfortunate, but it is a thing. Now we use our damage con, get rid of that flooding and fire. Our secondary's still kicking away, and we're about to unleash a full salvo of hatred towards this Richelieu. Straight at his guns, because I am now broadside to him, and I do not want to be hit by him. And we destroy one of his main guns. And he is still on fire by our secondaries. Notice we're up to 4 secondary fires, and the Alaska manages to finish off the Richelieu. Now, our battleship that's on the back corner of the map over there is about to go down to the Balti and the Amagi. And it's at this moment that I am begging, I am imploring this Alaska to please turn around, come back, and engage this Shima. And I tell him specifically, I said, as soon as I roll out of this base, that Shima is going to be in the base. You need to put yourself in a position where you can take advantage of him. You have the radar. And so, long story short, no surprise to anybody, as I get close to the edge of the cap, what happens? Wait for it. Enemies have entered B. Who'd have thunk it? If only somebody had mentioned that there was a destroyer running around trying to come in behind us. But to his credit, the Alaska finally takes the hint and is going to turn around and go after the Shima, which is absolutely what ends up helping us win this game. Because if that Shima is still allowed to sit there and torp us from behind, there's not a whole lot us battleships we can't see him. We can't shoot what we can't see. Okay? So, please, as I always say, it may not be glorious. It may not be good for your damage. Please, do your job. I know it's hard. It's real hard to go, okay, I need to make the team play rather than chase damage. But it's all about winning, right? Everybody wants to win. We can't win if we got a Shima torping us up the backside while we're trying to engage. Speaking of torping up the backside, we're in a world of trouble now. We are broadside to an Amagi and a Baltimore, and there are Shima torps coming up the rear of my ship again. Now, Amagi gets an amazing salvo right there, which is not what you want to see. But you can see, I thought I had a pretty good solid spot, and sure enough, wait for it, oh, yeah, it looks like we're good. We're good. That torp just scrapes the outside layer of paint, and we are fine. But, yeah, not preferable. But thank God the Alaska finally decided to go after him. We've got a good shot here at the decently angled, and the Iowa actually finishes him off. And this is about the point where this Balti finds out real quick that the secondaries of the Gross Occurfers versus a cruiser, not a fun day. Look how much damage my well, those were my main guns, but look how much damage my 150mm guns do to them with HE. Like, that's a lot of damage. Cue up the guy, I can't think of his name, Phil Swift. That's a lot of damage. But yeah, he's gonna go down here, no big surprise, and that is gonna win us this match. Our Alaska is in B, and the Shima is on his way to C. Alaska just burned his radar, which is why he had the guy spotted at the range that he did. And so we are golden, guys. And this just goes to show you, win your side, okay? Win your side, and look at what can happen. Like, you win your side, you've got absolutely glorious shots on the rest of the enemies because they are broadside to you. And that's why I don't understand why everybody wants to go to one side of the map. It doesn't make any sense from a, not logistics, but a logical sense for one, but from a tactical sense. You don't give up a flank. It doesn't make any sense. So make sure that you win your side. Generally speaking, you get pretty balanced map placement on this map. It's usually 3, 3, and 3. 3 in the A spawn, 3 in the C spawn, 3 in the B spawn for each team. It's very, very balanced. So you have to win your side, and that allows your team to then collapse on the rest of the team, the enemy team. And it's not rocket science, and that's the one thing that I will say that a lot of people struggle with, is that they don't understand basic game tactics. Like, it's really not that difficult, but people always make it out to be. And I think it comes down to people don't trust their own abilities, so they want to team up with the rest of the team in hopes that they don't personally get shot, so that they can be the guy sitting in the middle of everybody and doing damage. When what you're actually doing is you're giving up a flank, the enemy then comes through uncontested behind you and absolutely wrecks your team. So that's why I always say win your side. And for the cruiser that came back and defended the Shima, look, Shima doesn't want any fight with him. Can't, right? Just his mere presence alone coming back, that Shima crapped himself and ran away. That is why I say do your job. It's not glorious, I'll admit it. It's really not. You don't get credit for that. The game will not reward that cruiser for coming back and defending the battleships from that destroyer, because the destroyer never made himself known. He never gave the guy a chance to get damage. So that cruiser, the only extra XP he got was for capturing that base solo, which is a big bonus. But at the end of the day, I can understand why people don't do it, but you really need to if you want to win. So top of the leaderboard, 2666. Iowa coming second with 4 kills, 2665. And Alaska coming third, 2176. So if you like what we're doing, punch the like button, leave a comment below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, I will see you in the next video.